With the first ever Big Run event in Splatoon 3 coming to an end, many players will agree that while the event itself is extremely fun to play, there are definitely some changes that could be made to help Big Run feel more unique. Big Run can be regarded as the Splatfest for Salmon Run, in that it's a limited time, weekend-long event with music and atmosphere changes to Splatsville in the Grizzco lobby. While Wahoo World is surprisingly fun to play on as a Salmon Run map, there are issues of Big Run still feeling like a regular rotation, along with the event not feeling too rewarding when compared to Splatfest. Today, I'm going to talk about what could be done in future Big Runs to help the event feel more special and unique. Let's start with the rewards. The rewards feel a little lackluster. In a normal Salmon Run rotation, rewards start slowing down at 1200 points. Big Run instead has them slow down at 2400 points, meaning there are only 12 extra rewards before you start getting your rewards more slowly. And these are actually the more unique rewards as well, since every reward after this 2400 point mark will be gear and ability chunks. It took me about an hour or so on Executive VP to reach 2400 points while playing with randoms, so other people can definitely get it way faster than that, especially when playing with friends who are skilled and who are communicating with each other. Since Big Run will supposedly only appear every few months while also only being available for 2 days, I think regarding the rewards for Big Run, they should have the rewards reset when the Splatoon day changes at 7 PM Eastern Standard Time. This would help Big Run feel more rewarding and encourage players to keep grinding it out while also not being incredibly broken in terms of rewards. Think about it like this. Instead of having just 4 super bonuses, you would instead have 8 super bonuses instead, doubling the amount of rewards. This change would be the equivalent of 4 normal Salmon Run ships, which I think is rather fair considering this is a special event that doesn't take place very often. I know some players that after they reach the point of where rewards are only given every 400 points, they end up not playing anymore due to the lack of rewards. While you are given a 1.2 catalog XP multiplier for playing in Big Run just like in Splatfest, at the end of the day, it really just doesn't feel as rewarding. For example, during Splatfest, you could still earn cash, conch shells for the shellout machine, level up your actual level if you're not yet at level 30, and level up your gear for ability chunks. Big Run offers cash, gear, ability chunks, and food and drink tickets, which most of these rewards stop at a certain point, by the way, though you do get a Kohozuna figure for your locker and a badge if you make it to a certain top percentage at the end of the event. In terms of rewards, Splatfest simply just have Big Run beat. While having the rewards refresh at each new Splatoon day is all nice and dandy, is that really enough to justify having a Big Run event instead of a Splatfest? Probably not, so I think adding community challenges could really spice things up too. These community challenges can consist of challenges and goals that the community can try to meet for more rewards. Things like reaching 10 million golden eggs as a community quota, or defeating 500 Kohozunas, or something like that. Obviously, I'm just spitballing numbers. Splatoon and Nintendo would most likely come up with something that's reasonably attainable and difficult, as they should have access to these types of information. As a reward for participating, the rewards for meeting these challenges could consist of a pack containing a bunch of randomly chosen capsules and a set amount of Kohozuna scales, depending on the difficulty of the challenge. This could help the community come forward and unite to help push for those challenges to be completed, which I think would be pretty cool. Actually, speaking of the Kohozuna, its encounter rate and the amount of scales earned really should be buffed for normal Salmon Run, but this is especially true for Big Run. It's supposed to be a 2-day long event that only happens every couple months, and an increase in both of these rates could help it act similar to conch shells from Splatfest. Another problem that should be addressed, aside from the rewards, is how much Big Run just feels like a normal Salmon Run rotation. I touched on this topic briefly before, however, Big Run currently just feels like a longer random weapon rotation on a new map. How about instead of 4 random weapons, everyone is sent off with 1 random Grizzco weapon each round? The Salmonids have invaded Wahoo World, and it seems like Splatoon's going for a scary-ish vibe, so why not have Mr. Grizz loan us his weapons as a drastic measure? Everyone loves receiving and using Grizzco weapons, and this would really increase the fun factor of Big Run and have it feel more like a special event. Obviously, they would have to balance around the Grizzco weapons a bit by making the rounds just a bit more harder, or maybe not, with the teammates I get sometimes. Like, seriously, come on, God. Anyways, something else that should be changed is something that doesn't really pertain to Big Run specifically, but I think should be added in anyways. And that's having Wahoo World available after Big Run ends. Lore-wise, it probably wouldn't make sense on why they're still in the city after Big Run ends, but I'm sure they could come up with something. Wahoo World is a pretty fun map to play Salmon Run on, and it's already in the game, so why not make it available to play? Splatoon will most likely have other maps for other Big Run type of events, so I wouldn't want Wahoo World to only be available once or twice. This can actually add on to the FOMO, or the fear of missing out, video I did a while back. If Wahoo World is only exclusively available for this Big Run, what if little Timmy gets the game late and absolutely loves Wahoo World, only to discover he can't play it, as the next Big Run map is something like the Hammerhead Bridge or something? Although I'd heavily prefer Wahoo World to just be added on as part of the regular rotation, I can also see why they wouldn't. So I'd say at the very least, have it available for private matches. Having it available to play in some form or another is important. Though, personally, I don't really see this affecting me since, you know, no friends and all, but it'll be cool for everyone else who didn't get to experience it or just wants to experience it again. Big Run is a 2-day long event that supposedly only comes out every couple of months. And while it is a lot of fun to play on and to try to raise your score, it definitely has its own share of problems that could be improved on. Salmon Run in general can get pretty frustrating sometimes with things like the teammates you get and the weapons you receive. I think the ideas I've stated before, such as letting everyone wield a random Grizzco weapon each round, would really increase the fun factor of the event. Increasing the rewards gained from the event by having the rewards refresh each new Splatoon day would also significantly encourage people to continually grind the event as well. Right now, I really don't feel like people care too much about getting a higher score to receive a decoration and a badge. It just feels like there really isn't much to grind for after an hour or two of playing. Don't get me wrong though, I've been having an absolute blast with Big Run. I'm excited for what they're going to do next, and I felt some feedback would be necessary to help the special event improve and grow. But let me know what you all think. Are the changes I described in this video necessary, or is Big Run fine as it is right now? If you think changes are necessary, what other changes do you think could be added on to make this event feel more special? If you found this video useful, feel free to subscribe, as I do plan on doing more Splatoon videos like this in the future.